Earlier this year, we filmed a short commercial or ad for this granola company. And when we started thinking about it, we wanted to do this in a really scenic location, somewhere in the mountains. The problem is we live on the East Coast, and even the mountains where we're at in the mid-Atlantic they're kind of more like hills. So we decided to go out to the West Coast and film this ad. This granola company, their motto is fuel your adventure, or their slogan. Motto, slogan, I'm not sure what it is. Either way, their saying is to, fuel your adventure. So we really wanted to make this a cinematic feel ad where it wasn't just about the granola, but it was about the experience that you get, that someone would have, bring their granola along with them, or something along those lines. Before all that got started, though, we had to create a solid storyline. So Morgan and I sat down and we kind of developed this shot list with a storyline and kind of the mood and feel we wanted to have with this ad. Originally, we wanted to kind of be very active, almost like I was going to be, shooting our subject, which happened to be Morgan in this case, and have her be active, almost like jogging through the woods. And we kind of wanted to have it like this fast-paced, adventurous setting and an adventurous feel. The problem is that when we started filming, it started snowing so much. And we're like, well, it's going to be hard to film in these locations that we had planned out with all the snow that we had. When things like that happen that are out of your control, you just got to switch it up. So we're like, okay, well, maybe we can kind of dial it back a little bit and bring all the elements of just the snow and these different locations we were filming to make it more immersive and more about nature than necessarily like an activity. And so we used Morgan, and we decided, okay, since it's snowing, we're gonna have to make this a different clothing. Instead of so much active wear, we wanted to bring in maybe some denims, and she had to wear boots, hiking boots, because it was freezing cold, it was snowing, and she was walking along creeks, and it was just we had a lot of fun doing it, but we had to change our wardrobe up a bit. We used very neutral color tones. It brought the attention more toward the scenery of just this beautiful hike that Morgan went on, and less about the subject. When we made our shot list, we had kind of an idea of where we wanted to film certain things, but you always want to go and scout out these locations firsthand before you even start filming.
We were just out taking a walk just to get some fresh air and some energy out. And Morgan pointed out this really cool location we can use to film some foreshadowing for the journey she's going to go on in this video. So I'll show you here.
And then we should film it here, because then you can get further back.
Okay.
And then it foreshadows.
Yeah.
Going into the snow.
Hit it with a 70 to 200, and maybe stand back here so you can get, the mountains in the background with the snow.
It would be just a body walking across.
Okay.
That way it kind of shows the two different terrains.
Yeah.
And then the journey going there.
You want to see how the light's going to hit at certain times of the day, depending on the weather and whether you're filming in the morning or mid-afternoon or even the evening around dusk. We went and scoped everything out so that we had a good idea. Okay, we're going to come back here tomorrow at 4 p.m. when the sun is starting to set over the mountains, and we're going to film this shot through the car window. We went to this one valley where we ended up filming a lot of the beginning and ending shots. It was cool because we got to see there was a lot of wild horses that were out by this one scene, and we were like, all right, let's just film this and see if it goes in with this video at all.
kind of got rained out back there, and we're gonna come back probably tomorrow. The weather's supposed to be a little bit better. We're gonna come back tomorrow, try to get that shot again with a telephoto lens, and that should be it for that sequence, and we just gotta film the final shot and go from there.
Even though we had planned certain shots out and we had our shot list down and in the locations we wanted to shoot them at with, like, you know, one of our new lenses we were playing with, it didn't end up working out because it started raining, and we're like, well, we're not gonna destroy our gear just to get, you know, one shot, because it was kind of a far hike back to our car. So, you know, sometimes when that stuff happens, you gotta kind of roll with it and go, well, you know, I think we can still find another way to tie in these certain scenes without it being too abrupt in the editing process. So anyways, enough of all the talking I've been doing. Here is the ad that we filmed for Sprouts Granola.
Every street is telling me your name. Still the night won't let me go, chasing off the echoes all the same. Will I run from what I feel? Every step just turns the wheel. In the dark your voice remains, pulling me through all that change.
Our whole process is about slowing down and turning something as simple as granola into something that people can feel. Thank you for hanging out with us and letting us walk you through this whole process. We'll see you in the next one.